Hey, but Toddy, you wanted to get into it, so let's get into it early. Klay Thompson returns to Golden State. Unfortunately, he was not able to get the job done as they lose 120 to 117. What were your thoughts on not only Klay's return, but just the game itself?
It was a very back and forth game. Kevin told me that nobody thinks, he said, and I quote, nobody thinks he's going to win but you, Toddy. I mean, okay. I just looked at how the Warriors have been playing, and like I said, it's been very strange to see how well they have been playing, given the roster that they have. But I'd say you got to give credit to Dunleavy and what he's been able to do. Obviously, he was the guy that was hired to break up the trio, as some people might say. And they've looked really well. Klay Thompson, I'd say despite the first game of the season where he broke I think it was the first, it was when he broke some type of record for a guy the first time to suit up for a Maverick for threes made in the game, which was pretty crazy. Other than that, I wouldn't say he's been quiet, but he hasn't shot the ball like that. And then obviously a few nights ago, he showed out and it was a hell of a game. You got him doing shimmies, this, that, and the third. Him and Steph was going at it a little bit. It was really fun to see. And everybody was wearing all the captain hats. So that was really cool to see that. I think pretty much everybody in the stadium, not everybody, but a good chunk of the stadium everybody's wearing captain hats. So, and then for Steph after the game, I wouldn't say after the game. It was after he hit a huge three, he was talking so much shit. I saw Draymond say something on his podcast saying that he was talking to Klay Thompson and then he just ghosted him. Oh. So that kind of added a little extra juice to it. So, very emotional night, I will say, for the game. Great game to watch too. Felt like a playoff game.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was insane to see it. And then talking about Draymond's podcast for a second, I heard that Steph walked into the locker room and hit Klay on the leg and said, "Lace him up. It's going to be a long night." And God damn it, it was a long night. You know, we know Steph as the light-skinned guy, not really showing the emotion. But you, like Toddy said, you would have thought this would have been a playoff game. The intensity from the jump. You know, when you see Draymond hitting threes, you thinking about them playing the finals of the Cavs. You know, you don't see that often. For him to hit 2 threes early, you can just feel the emotion in this game. Like Toddy said, he ghosted him. So Steph Curry came in with a chip on his shoulder for 37 points, 9 assists, and he hit 5 threes, and he got 6 rebounds. So Steph Curry is doing it all. Toddy spoke about it early. This bench unit for the Warriors is looking like those guys they had on those runs, looking like the Shaun Livingstons, the Andre Iguodala's. They are having these pieces coming off the bench. DeAnthony Milton, unfortunately, he did tear his ACL, so he will not be playing this season. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But what's up, Alex? You're muted. Huh?
I thought he sprained it.
What I saw was he tore it. Let me see.
I thought he sprained it.
Could be.
Oh, yeah, nope. It's a sprained ACL. So it's a sprained ACL.
There we go. How about Alex Bentley?
See, this is why I gotta have a state champ on, man.
He coming back.
But this team is having the bench, like I mentioned, along with DeAnthony Milton. He's a starter, but for him to go in there and have 14 points and hit 2 threes goes a long way. But this bench unit and Jonathan Kuminga, like Toddy mentioned, and Buddy Hield has become, dare I say, another splash brother. Buddy Hield has rejuvenated his career. He is playing on a team that is winning. You know, he's always playing on. You said what?
Remember when he played on your team?
Yeah, that's why I said a good team. He played on the pre-good team. No, Tyrese was there. He was 2 years too early or 2 years too late. So it's a lot. It's really nice to see this Warriors team playing well. So for them to move on and continue this, like Toddy said, you talked about how they were playing before this game. So it's going to be interesting to see how they move forward. But Alex, I'm going to swing it to you next. What were your thoughts on this game?
Thoughts on the game. The Warriors are very surprising to me. Like we all said today, I think the bench, I think Steph Curry, but really give it up for Steve Kerr for getting guys into their roles on this team and understanding exactly what they need every single night. Buddy Hield is reminds me of Otto Porter Jr. a few years ago. And I feel like that's the type of career, or that's the type of season he's gonna have. That he's gonna kind of mimic him a little bit. So I'm interested.
But yeah, so we are having some technical difficulties, so Alex is going to work on that and then come back.